Today's gonna be mini setup part 5. I want to mainly talk about and show you XFCE for terminal, which is the default terminal emulator. Normally, when you first start, it usually will start over here. I noticed generally tend to stay be over here. So what I prefer to do, first thing I prefer to do is not to have these header, title bar, and so on. So, and then scroll bar here. So you can do change that to a clean, more clean appearance by going to the preference. Scroll bar is disabled, and you can go up and down the page with a shift, page up and page down. So, and then you can go to the appearance, and we'll go ahead and unclick these two, the menu bar and toolbar. And then colors, I prefer Tango, but yours, you may want to just leave it alone, for example. And then pretty much everything else is pretty much the same. So when you go ahead and start the terminal emulator again, you're going to have more clean appearance. Now, I do prefer normally to have my terminal emulator start down here. I have to play around with the geometry number function. So XFCE for terminal dash geometry, and then 54 refers to horizontal character size. 15 refers to 15 character size of the terminal window. 700 here refers to the pixel of the left upper corner of the terminal window. So 700. So mine is roughly 1300 over 1320. So and then I experimented around. So 700 and 400 vertical. So, for example, 0 would be way up here, and 400 tends to bring it back down to about middle. So, and I determined this is good. So, for my display, so we're just gonna copy, and then we'll start the our terminal emulator here, and we'll move it. And we want to see exactly where it starts and how it looks. So we're going to just copy this. And then we'll go to Shift and Insert. And then let's see where it starts here in the terminal. And you can see that it starts about here. So, and there's a little bit of free space around, which is fine. So every time I want to start my terminal, I want to have it placed it here. I find that up here, which seems to be the default, is much easier. So it's much easier to deal with, in my opinion, when the terminal is down here. So that's the first thing. So we will go ahead and put that into the keyboard soon. The other thing that I want to show you is, let me just go ahead and close this, is that there is a drop down option. So XFCE for terminal space, and then dash drop down. So I'll move this down here with ALT and drag it with the mouse, and it's gonna drop down in the terminal up here. So let's just go ahead and activate it. So you can see that it drops down, and it's kind of hard to follow because the transparency. Let me disable the transparency. So we'll just go to the right-click preferences, and then appearance. Let's go ahead and just make it solid. Now at this point you can further adjust the drop down by clicking here, and then width is 80% now, and let's just make it slightly smaller. 78% is similarly the height can be adjusted with this. So you can have it smaller here like this, and opacity, and so you can also have a drop-down menu, drop-down terminal. So after that, what we want to do is put these two, both of them, in the keyboard. So to do that, what we want to do is just bring up keyboard, and then go to application shortcuts, and we want to enlarge it a little bit. Add. So we will add here, copy, and the ALT tab, and then middle mouse click. So this is going to be the one that opens down here. Okay, and then I want to just superintend T is what I prefer. And I had previously I had a I did not have the geometry option, so I prefer to use the geometry. So every time I open a terminal, I can reliably expect it down here. And the other thing that we want to add is, so go here, and then ALT tab, and then middle mouse click, and then OK, and then you can assign pretty much any key unless there is a double entry. So I'll just assign F9 key. So, and then test it with the F9. So you can see this is what we expect. So that looks good. And then we can go ahead and maximize, for example, ALT F10. ALT F10, and then X, and then regular terminal that I want to open is right low quadrant is super T, and you see it here.